Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke finds herself torn between Nick and Ridge. After Brooke and Ridge take a boat ride together, they'll be on hand for Italian developer Luisa Beccaria's Forrester fashion show collaboration in Capri. Despite the close moments that Brooke and Ridge are about to partake, she'll remain drawn to Nick as well. Eric will feel like Brooke's getting torn between Nick and Ridge, so he'll push his son to get his act together and win Brooke back before it's too late. Since Eric will still smell that Ridge wants Brooke over Taylor deep down, he'll deliver another warning about Ridge opening his eyes and seeing that Brooke is his future. Brooke is on a business trip for Forrester Creations. Brooke is with Ridge and Eric. After the fashion show and interviews, Brooke will leave to go hang out with Nick. Nick asks a man on the road where he can get a boat. Brooke is with him and Nick seems enough hopeless. Brooke is on a boat with Ridge. Nick gets a boat and chases after Brooke. Still, when she falls in the water, which man will be the idol? Lee will continue to watch for Luna behind unrestricted doors, and she'll have plenitude of time for that now that she's taken a leave of absence from the sanitarium. Luna is still fighting to recover from her injuries and appears to be in a coma, but Lee will show her some love and make an important oath. Lee will promise not to let Luna die and will plan to give her the stability she got from Poppy growing up. Lee is watching over Luna and covering her condition. She'll shower Luna in family support and completely intend on nursing her back to health. Since Lee formerly smuggled Finn out of the sanitarium and intimately helped him recover as well, this is her first rodeo. Lee knows what she's doing and will want to give Luna all the attention she gave her ahead. Sheila to be thrown by Lee. Brooke ends up in a dangerous situation in Italy. Will pushes Elektra into a new career. Keep reading and let's talk about what's coming up in the CBS cleaner pieces. Lee claimed that Luna failed after surgery. When Bridget left the operating room, Luna was fine and was with Lee. The coming thing everyone heard, Luna was gone. Nothing indeed saw the body. Sheila asked Lee about an honorary service for Luna. Still, when the croaker said it had formerly been handled, Sheila was stupefied. It seems Sheila will make a plea to Lee for her to say one last farewell to Luna. Still, the good croaker will say no. Will and Elektra talk about the future. Not their future, but Elektra's future at Forrester Creations. Will wants her to get into fashion modeling. Elektra might repel because of what she went through with Remy. He got those filmland of Elektra by claiming he demanded a model. Steffi could be preparing to say farewell for a bit. The actress is getting ready to have her 5th child. This time, it seems Steffi and the kiddies leave LA for a bit. Daphne wouldn't be suitable to stay down from Carter again. So, could Hope end up back with Liam? Finn will keep digging for answers about Liam's phenomenon. Bridget could help Finn, and this could have them getting near, so stay tuned. Luna was verified to be alive on screen after Lee's leave of absence puzzled Finn. At the sanitarium, Finn stopped Lee as she walked by with a big box of stuff. Lee claimed she'd packed up since she was taking a leave of absence, so Finn was confused over the news since it was so unlike his mama. Despite Lee typically being a workaholic, she acted like she demanded some time to reuse everything that had happened with Luna and Poppy before that. Talk turned to Steffi taking some time down with the kiddies. Finn would miss them, but he knew they would be back. Finn couldn't help but suppose about the fact that Luna nearly made it, so he saw his woman again. After Finn threw further questions at Lee about her leave of absence, she eventually said she demanded to take care of commodity and suggested it should have been done a long time ago. Lee made her way to the position where she had Luna stockpiled in a sanitarium bed. After Lee took medical inventories out of her box, she pulled back the curtain to reveal Luna and pressed some buttons on the outfit she was hooked up to. Once Eric, Ridge and Brooke arrived in Naples, they enjoyed a welcome party on a rooftop. Nick met with a man about the boat he demanded for his forthcoming lift with Brooke. There was an automatic named Luigi thrashing with the steering wheel and working on the boat's hydraulics, but Nick got consolation that the boat would be ready in time. Nick ultimately tracked down Brooke and gave her an enthusiastic Italian greeting. Brooke agreed to fit in some fun with Nick on this trip, so he said it was a date and kissed her as Eric glared hard. Donna and Taylor talked about how much they missed Eric and Ridge now that they'd landed in Italy. Donna wound up talking about Ridge being the only Joe who made Brooke happy, but Taylor allowed. Nick could be a real option for her rather. Donna refocused out that Nick was Aunt Brooke's first choice. Taylor claimed that was too bad and played up the fact that Ridge was taken. Taylor has some heartache in her unborn. Finn made a shocking discovery under Liam tapes while a panicked Grace eavesdropped his growing reservations. Steffi talked about how much she'd miss Finn while she was down with the kiddies. Finn and Steffi participated some kisses ahead of their timepiece meal. The discussion also brought Finn's moping questions about Liam's procedure and Grace's conduct, but Steffi was certain he'd get to the bottom of everything. Bill let commodity slip about the cash he paid, so Liam wound up realizing his father paid $1 million for a surgery that came with no guarantees. Bill only watched about Liam getting better and made a tearful speech as he asked for remission. Liam wound up participating in emotional clinch with Bill before Finn arrived for a visit. Finn wondered if Grace had any other updates about the procedure, but Liam guessed the outgrowth was the most important thing. Liam also mentioned that Grace was supposed to come in and check on him, and sure enough, Grace appeared around the corner where she could hear out of sight. Liam let Finn check the lacerations under his tapes, which left Finn with a puzzled look on his face. Finn confessed that the lacerations were much lower than he would have anticipated, so that news surprised him. Liam admitted that he felt weirdly fine and left Finn murmuring over his unthinkable recovery. Grace looked panicked at the study of Finn potentially figuring out too much. Taylor griped about all the Brooke's bedroom outfits that Brooke had presumably packed and prompted her to save her coming temptation act for someone other than Ridge. Nick saw Taylor leave in a huff and joined Brooke, so they talked about Italy and participated a kiss right as Eric walked by. Eric ultimately possessed Nick alone to advise him down from Naples, but Nick had other plans and visualized about the awful time he was going to have with Brooke. Nick smiled to himself over Italy remonstrating off a new chapter. Taylor planted a smooch on Ridge like she was marking her home. Ridge wondered about the reason for the over-the-top lip cinch, but Taylor just acted like she wanted him to flash back how important she'd miss him. Once Steffi arrived, she revealed her plan to leave city for a bit. Steffi also prognosticated that Brooke would make a play for Ridge on the Italy trip, but she trusted him to stay pious to Taylor. As Brooke, Eric and Ridge prepared for their Italy flight, Brooke eventually watched as Ridge kissed Taylor farewell. Italy will serve as the background for plenitude of romantic curveballs. The love triangle between Ridge, Brooke, and Nick hits a boiling point coming week as pressures reach their peak. With their future uncertain, Nick prepares for a dramatic offer to Brooke, with the serene Mediterranean Sea as the background. But will Brooke accept his offer, or will she formally again choose Ridge? Nick's planned offer to Brooke takes place in one of the most graphic settings ever seen, a boat lift through the Demitas-clear waters off the seacoast of Capri. But while the setting is perfect, will the moment be as idyllic as Nick hopes? His passions for Brooke run deep, but will her heart still belong to Ridge?